So we're from Chicago. Yes, I can get a t-shirt everywhere and anywhere, but I'm really from Chicago. Just check out my other channel, THEMOSHOW Classics. And you can go further down on this channel and find some videos that I uploaded maybe about a year ago, but that's like 30 years ago. But anyway, we hope that you are having a fantastic day in this windy city. And if you are not having a fantastic time, we are sorry. Yeah, it's a little bit late tonight. Had some things to do. Working on some more material. Yeah, for this platform. Yes. Yes, this platform. Yeah, we're working on more material right now. No, not suited and booted, but I am shaved today. I am shaved today. No, I didn't do no campaigning today. Nope. Nope. I worked on myself. Sometimes you have to work on yourself versus campaigning. When you don't campaign, it gives you a moment of reflection. It gives you a moment of focusedness and a great frame of mind because you're not miscombobulated with tons of thoughts in your head. And by the way, before we get started, I don't have nobody in the chat room. But before we get started, you all, if you have a timeshare, whether it be in Vegas, whether it be in Florida, whether it be in California, Wisconsin, those blue-green places. Yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about. If you got one of those blue-green places, okay, timeshare, and you're expecting something back, because a lot of people are getting refunds from their timeshare, from those high-pressured salesmen that contacted you while you were on vacation somewhere. Yeah, Stonegate Law. Dennis, Dennis Donovan is his name. Esquire. Yeah, smash up the lights in the building, you all. We got like 9 people in the building. We should have 9 likes in the building. Smash up the likes. If this is your first time chiming in to this channel, we ask that you subscribe, like, and share. And make sure that you hit the notification bell and the word all to help ensure that you get notifications when we upload videos here on YOUTUBE. Yeah, press those condiments to like and to share. Share the information with relatives, friends, co-workers, anyone that you come into contact with. It is a magnificent way to jumpstart your conversation. And this morning's conversation, Thursday morning, conversation is about Chicago. Let's kick it off with that. Seeing that we are in the city of gangsters, the concrete jungle. Yeah, the big windy. Yeah, it's not only windy out here, it is dangerous out here. I don't think you all heard me. Not only is it windy out here, it is dangerous out here. You don't know if you're going to make it back home or not. People going to work every day. using public transportation, even if they're using private transportation, they're worried about getting home. Don't know if they're going to make it home. And that's sad. I made a video yesterday, live, and I spoke about how Chicagoans are worse off than Saigon, Vietnam. And we are. Yeah. How many deaths has occurred in your city and state? It's got so bad here in Chicago that people are hijacking buses. Yeah, the CTA transportation. West, what's going on, West? For real, like South Africa. Hey, are you in Johannesburg? Just asking. I know for sure that is in South Africa. Shouts out to West in the building. Yeah. Needless to say, here in Chicago, we are living in an apocalyptic. Yes, I said it correct twice. First time I didn't get it right so much so. Yeah. And with the decrease of employment, crime is going to rise. We think it's crazy now. You think it's crazy now. Look at what is going on in Portland, Oregon. Look at what is going on in Denver, Colorado. Look at what is going on in Los Angeles, California. Look at what is going on in the state of Washington. Look at what is going on right here in the state of Illinois. Homelessness everywhere. How many military veterans do we have that's homeless right now? And they provided the very freedom that you sleep under. Smash up the lights. Nobody's crazy there. Oh, I don't know if you mean they're here, West. But either way, we appreciate you for being here. And by the way, you all, if you all want to support this channel, you can smash the subscribe button, like, share, and the hype button. Yeah, all of them are free. Like, share, subscribe, and hype. Absolutely free. You know, like the free government cheese. You have to use that continuously as an example. Because there were many Americans who got that free government cheese. And it was so good on a hamburger, making it a cheeseburger, tacos, grilled cheese. Yeah, it don't cost you one red penny, one silver nickel, dime, or quarter. Like, subscribe, share, and hype. And I will do the same for you. If you support this platform, this channel, we will support you. Yeah. Chicago. Hijacking public transportation buses. And needless to say that the culprit really didn't go too far. Not at all. Women getting shot and killed, especially on the south side and the Belmont area and the Albany area. Yeah, women are getting shot and killed. And on the west side, that's where you have a predominantly black. I'm brown. The miseducation of the Negro. Yes, the miseducation of the Negro. And you can view or listen to that audio book series on my other channel, MOPOWERZ, here on YOUTUBE. Smash up the likes. Smash up the share. Share the information. Don't hold it to yourself. Share the information. What you all waiting on? You all ain't shared it yet? I was in LA and the bus got hijacked. They stole my PH, and when I told the cops, they didn't care. Shouts out to what's in the building, and we want to send some sympathy to his experience, because you never know when it's going to be you that has your wallet taken, that has your purse taken, if you're a woman, have your phone taken. I've seen videos in LA where you have people on the BART public train system, and before they get off or while they are interacting with their phone device, when they get to the next stop, someone else snatches their phone and runs off. Purse, wallet, phone, whatever they deem that they need to have. And that's all over America right now. And that is sad that we have to live in a zoo. They call this Republican a zoo. That's right. This is a Republican. It's not a democracy. It is a Republican. Now, if you all think I'm lying, when you present your pledge to allegiance in class, you don't say, I pledge of allegiance to democracy. You say, I pledge of allegiance to the republic for which it stands. Sorry about the tongue tie. Yeah, it's a republic for which you stand. Smash up the likes, share, and subscribe. Oh, we got some news for you. And in this great republic that we have crime, violence, drug addiction, PTSD, yeah, post-traumatic slave disorder. Yeah, not just for the military members, but a post-traumatic slave disorder. If you are not feeling that, maybe you need to have a more reflection on yourself. Who we got out here in the chat room? Shouts out to Sojo. Sojo in the building tonight or this morning. Shouts out to Sojo. Sojo, make sure you smash the like button. I gave you a shout out, Sojo. And everyone that I give a shout out to, make sure that you smash the like button. Sojo, normally he's I ain't gonna say. I'm gonna keep it quiet tonight, Sojo. Let's see how you be, okay? Sojo can be like a light switch and switch up on you. A ticking time bomb. Yeah, that's Sojo in the building. This man is the love of child of Flip Wilson. I tell you, shots out. Hey, and if you all don't know Flip Wilson, go on YouTube and type up Flip Wilson. Back in the day, 100. Chicago style. We just say. Okay. For all of you haters that's out there, hit the subscribe button. Join, like, share, subscribe. Hype. All of you haters, all of you, like, share, join, and subscribe. Make sure you keep up on the information that MO is putting out there for the WORLD. Yes, WORLD. Yeah, I almost got that wrong. Crazy Dutch. And this is a rumor that you put carrots in your back door. Anybody know what crazy carrots out there talking about? I don't know what you're talking about, crazy carrot. Got me laughing here. Crazy Dutch. That's a damn lie. Okay, they got some going already. Hey, we appreciate everybody out there in the chat room. And we tip our hat to you because you could have been doing something else with someone else, but you decided to stop by to see what we had to say. And we thank you for that. Yeah. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, you all. It had to happen. Especially with this crazy weather that we have in the Midwest. It's crazy. One day it's warm, one day it's cold, or a little bit chillier than normal. But, it is what it is. And this is not CNN. This is not CBS. This is not ABC, where they don't wipe their nose on camera. If my nose is running, I'm going to wipe it. Subscribe, like, and share. I'm just saying. Who we got out there in the chat room here? Fahaj. Yeah, we got Fahaj in the building. There were a couple of people in the chat room that kept going back and forth. So I'm sorry, you all. I'm going through the chats, making sure that I try to acknowledge everybody that's in the chat room because we appreciate you here. Fahaj. I hope I got that right. VAHAJ. Bill in the building. Oh, you doing something else, Bill? We appreciate you for being here. Rocktober Slots back in the building. Rocktober Slots back in the building, you all. Rocktober Slots. Rocktober Slots had a great time in the chat room. He helped make the chat room, or she, because I don't know if it is a she or a he, but with whomever Rocktober Slots is, yeah, that's different. Rocktober, October, you think of October. But Rocktober Slots, yeah, it's there right now. Rocktober Slots. Shouts out to Rocktober Slots in the building. And I had to continuously saying that to make sure it's locked in. Have you ever wiped and ended up blocking? Yeah, oh, man, who wants to think about that? Okay, that's what's up. Now know that you are a male. Thank you. I didn't know before, nor does your profile icon. I don't get a picture. But we respect you and we thank you for being here. Shouts out to Rock October Slots in the building. Hey, speaking of slots, right? Do you travel around the country with slot machines, going to casino and casino? Like Lady Luck or Jackpot Johnny? you know? Yeah, and that Matt dude, yeah. What's his name? The Matt guy. I forget what they call him first, but his name is Matt, you know. Yeah, if you do, shouts out to you. Always trying to find another way to get money. And speaking of casinos and Rocktober slots, it seems to me that the casinos have got tightened today. I don't care where you go. You can go in Chicago, Indiana, Ohio, New York, California, Arizona. Yeah, we love that desert diamond. Yeah, go to Nebraska. Yeah, y'all know that I-80. If you haven't been on I-80, make sure you take a grand tour of that. If people want to take a grand tour of the East Coast and the West Coast on I-5 and I-95 and take a tour of I-80 West and East. We just saying. Who we got here in the building? Rock October, Rock October, Rock October. Ken, hey, I don't know how to pronounce that. It's Ken Dog, I guess. Shouts out to Ken Dog in the building. I don't know the rest of that. But shouts out to Ken Dog in the building. KENDOGGSEA. Ken Dog C. Shouts out to Ken Dog She in the building. I've never seen such a name in the chat room. And if this is your first time chiming in, we ask that you subscribe, like, share, and hype. Yes, all of those are free. And if you are feeling generous, we have memberships to this channel. Gold memberships and silver memberships. Whichever one suits you. But we do have those as an option. Yeah. If you're feeling generous and you want to support this channel financially. If not, go to Cash App. MOPOWERZ. Cash sign MOPOWERZ. Smash, like, subscribe, and share. Yeah, we would really appreciate that. Chicago in the building. No, it's not a scam. I'm a spiritual war for all. I guess that means all souls, whether we believe it, see God, love us, and wants us to. Okay. We got Tom Hawk in the building. Shouts out to Tom Hawk. Tom Hawk, if you're still there, smash up the likes. Tom Hawk said that, in a nutshell, that we should be in love with God and rebuke Satan. In a nutshell, is what he's saying. And if you believe in Jesus that's out there, we respect you. We don't care about your religion. We don't care about your creed or color or education. We just ask that you be respectful to people in the chat room and, of course, me. Yeah. The narrative, the moderator. Yeah, the narrator, the anchor man. Smash up the likes, you all. But we respect you, Tom Hawk. Terry in the building. Terry Cardi. Charcoal Burner in the building. Shots out. Yeah, he got a weird one. A weird one. Shots out to Charcoal Burner in the building. Bro, it's about breakout and saxophone. Play that sax like George Washington. Not George Washington, but George Carver Jr. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Boom, 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 boom. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Get over there with that saxophone. Mrs. Sir Michael. That's different. Mrs. Sir Michael in the building. How do you know you're at a gay barbecue? I don't know. I've never been to a gay barbecue. I don't know. However, I will respond to that first half of the question. All the hot dogs taste like shit. Damn. I don't know about no big gay barbecues. But I'm sure that if gay people have a barbecue, they enjoy themselves like heterosexuals. You know, man on woman, man on man, or woman on woman, you know. We got all these gender benders out here. Make sure you smash up the likes, you all in the building. Chicago style. You look like you grew up in the jazz and blues clubs. I did, Charcoal Burner. Yeah, I did. And back in the day here in Chicago, if you were to go on Milwaukee and Damon, you know, which is what we call as Chicagoans the uppy areas now, Bucktown. Yeah, Bucktown. It's what we call it right now. All the way down to North Avenue and Ashland. Milwaukee and Ashland. Yeah, it's a little short strip, but it's never not like what they had in Harlem on Lenox Avenue. No. But we had our thing going on, even on Michigan Avenue. Yeah. What was that guy's name with jazz? Chicago is known for jazz. Chicago is known for gangsterism. Chicago is known for Windy Cityism. Chicago is known for being the #1 murder capital in America. Chicago is known for a lot of things, not so positive. Like many states in America, known for not being positive. I love the Coffee House Club. Hey, I've heard of that. The Coffee House Club. In fact, hey, West, I sent information to them, videos I used to. Yeah, the Coffee House Club. Or was it the Coffee Club? Yeah, the Coffee House Club. I remember that. And I thank you all for supporting this platform, Wes. You, your friends, associates, affiliates, we thank you for supporting this platform. We remember you on Facebook. Yeah, on Facebook. Yeah. And if this is your first time chiming in, you all, we ask that you subscribe, like, and share. When you subscribe, like, and share, it helps the information gets further out into the algorithm. Yeah. That's what it does. And seeing that I've been on YouTube for 12 years, I think that I should be so much pretty well in the algorithm. But according to my subscribers, I'm not, Yeah, I'm not at all. I've been on YouTube for 12 years. I have erased my channel twice, not knowing that I could have made money from YouTube. All my videos and numbers and subscribers took them down. Was ignorant to the fact that I could have made money. I'm thinking it was just for promotion. So if YouTube want to forgive me for making an error, I did make it 3 times. I made it 2. I didn't strike all the way out. So yeah, give me some of those subscribers back. I really didn't know you all. I really didn't understand that YouTube was a business. I really didn't. And still don't understand everything that they got going because they're constantly changing everything. New rules, regulations. But I'm going to get off that right now. Like I said, I feel like New Edition. And if you all don't know about the story of New Edition, you should check them out. It took them 10 years to get to where they were finally internationally known. And the record labels was ripping them off all the time. So that means that it was always rigged against them. Just like this system is rigged, just like YouTube is rigged, just like Facebook is rigged, just like TikTok is rigged. I agree with you, Haas. Shouts out to Haas in the building. I appreciate him for that information. Smash up the likes. Who we got here? That is funny. Shouts out to Wise Lolly in the building. Shouts out to Wise Lolly in the building. Shouts out to Marky in the building. Shouts out to West again. Maria Ponce. Shouts out to Maria Ponce in the building. If I said your name, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you hit the like button on the channel. I thank you for supporting me just by being here, because you could have been doing something else. We thank you for being here. Chompy Dog, you have some immaculate style. I appreciate you. Chompy Dog, if I mispronounced your name, I'm sorry. Chompy Dog in the building, you all. Chompy Dog, smash up the lights. Wes, you need to make shorts, they say. I do make shorts. I do make shorts, Wes. But you know what they do to me on my shorts? They cut me short. I'm keeping it a buck, man. They cut me short on my shorts. And according to YouTube regulations, you don't get no credit for your shorts. But they do see that you're working. They don't give you no credit for it in regards to numbers, but they see that you're working, which is good. It's better to be seen working than not working, right? Especially if you're in this game. Yeah, it's the Matrix out here. There is no difference. And by the time that many people catch on, it is too late. That's the game, you all. Can you explain the Council of Fires? Marky, the Council of Fires, I do know that a lot of fires have took place on the West Coast. I don't know anything about the Council of Fires, but there has been many fires on the West Coast and the Amazon, which has murdered a lot of natural life. Even for you as a human being, and you need to resort to the woods for survival in regards to food, somebody already wiped that out. Now that somebody take your choice, man. Take your choice. I love the Coffee House Club. You can still make money in time. Well, I don't think money is going to be like very important in a minute here west. And why do I say that? Because everything is going digital. You know, you have people that just swipe right now. Swipe, 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 swipe. Not pulling so much as currency out of their pockets. I love pulling currency out of my pocket. I'm not into that swipe, swipe, swipe stuff, okay? Swipe, swipe, swipe is like a indicator of what you're doing, where you're doing it, and how you're doing it. At least they know where you're at. No, 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 no. Not here. Big Brother doesn't need to know everywhere that I'm at. Does Big Brother need to know everywhere that you're at? I'm just saying. Cash is still king around here. Cash is still king around here. Now, I don't know what they're going to pull off in their Jetson episode move in regards to, you know, here comes the Jetsons. You know, his boy Elroy. And I'm talking about the banking system. We don't know what's going to happen to the banking system. Saying that the banking system, the IMF, which is the International Monetary Fund, and the Federal Reserves, which are not owned by the U.S. And if you really study the U.S. history of this country and the presidents and the Congress who fought against central banking, yeah, y'all need to look that up. Smash up the likes. Thank you, Mo. Smash up the likes. Money and time. Money and time. Time is running out. Yeah, we still on that West. We ain't got off that. Time is running out. Time is running out for America. Time is running out for Americans. Time is running out for the American dollar and power. Right now, China, believe it or not, West, is on the top of the list to be the #1 superpower. Now, granted, you have the United States, which is a superpower in regards to power. But China is on the #1 list for advanced technology. I mean, do you place those like a 1 and a 1? You know, like Netflix rating, #1 in this week or #2 in this week is Donald Trump and America is matched with #1 in China. I'm just saying. Hey, I appreciate you, Chumpy Dog, saying that I have immaculate style. I give all of the credit to the cosmic forces. Thank you, Chom Pie Dog. We appreciate you. You need to make shorts. Okay, can you explain the Council of Fires? 3 fires sound cool. I wanna know too now. Are you one of those what they call those people who like to set fires? Would that be US? I'm just saying, Yeah, you like to set fires. You like one of those arsonists. Set fires to the truth. Set fires to the destruction of unrighteousness. Set fire to that. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's sad, West. Shouts out to Jiva or Jiva in the building. Oh, it's Jive. I'm sorry. Shouts out to Jive in the building. There are also a lot of wildfires in Portland. In Poland? In Poland. I don't know much about Poland. Jiva. What's going on in Poland? Does anybody know? Leroy Jetson. Yeah. Just the cartoons. Shouts out to Marky. The Council of 3 Fires helped the Confederacy. They were based in Illinois. Damn. Hey, Marky, there's a lot of things that I don't know that took place in Illinois. But if you travel along Route 66, you will find a lot. I just learned something that in Maywood, Illinois, they had a safe house for runaway slaves. And now it's the McDonald's. The house that was a place for runaway slaves to get their freedom in Maywood, Illinois. Yeah. Now it's a McDonald's. You made me think of that. There's a lot of things that took place in Illinois. Marky. Where you from, Marky? What city and state you from? What's going on, John? It's all about waste of time. None of these people will be at your funeral service. This is correct. All of these people that I'm speaking to in the chat room, whom I don't know, will not be at my funeral, John. You are absolutely correct. However, it is placed upon me to give information to the people. I don't know what your purpose is, but I am working to fulfill my purpose. Sometimes you have a purpose in life and you don't know where it's going to take you. And most of the time, from those people who have experienced the same thing that I'm experiencing right now, have come out good. You know, just be like Van Halen and jump. Jump to your success versus being colonized to your success. Whatever your success may be, everybody has a different definition of success, especially in these times when we're dealing with such a dictator like Donald Trump. We don't know what's going to happen here. You rocking a Chicago t-shirt. I'm from Chicago. West Side, Chicago Avenue and Cicero. Yeah, around that area, you know. Yeah, that's where we grew up at all the time. No faking. Yeah, no cap. But I've been all around the world. Just not stuck in Chicago. Been doing this since 19 years old. With the inspiration of the cosmic creator. Mount Sinai. Grew up in North Austin. That's what it is. Shouts out to TC in the building. Navy boot camp is Great Lakes. Great Lakes. That would be what? Highway 50? TC out there in Wisconsin? TC, Great Lakes, would that not be right off of Highway 50? And if you're on 94 coming east from Chicago, going west, and you get off on exit 344, and you go to the right, and you go 50 east to Great Lakes, yeah, let me get a, thumbs up in the building. Yeah, let me get a thumbs up in the building. Subscribe, like, and share, and hype. And like I said, if you're feeling generous, we have memberships on this channel as well, silver and gold. But if you don't do nothing else, subscribe, like, share, and hype, and we will do the same for your channel. Yeah, East of 41st and Sheridan, that's what it is. I love Chicago, yeah. That's what it is, you all. Great Lakes, VA, baby. Great Lakes, VA, baby. Belvedere in the building. Hey, that's what it is. I know where you at, man. TC 4007. Yeah, but you know how 50 runs to 41? Yeah. You can take Sheridan Road. If you all are not familiar with Chicago, you can take Sheridan Road, which is really Lakeshore Drive, 41. Yeah. You can take 41, which is Lakeshore Drive, Sheridan. You can take it all the way to Great Lakes, all the way to Waukegan. But it comes to a close because the lakes continue, Lake Michigan goes to the right and everything else goes to the left. Chicago in the building. Woo! Yeah. Lake County. Oh my God. Hey, TC, do you ever go to what they call that spot right there? Lake Oasis in Lake County? Yeah, Lake Oasis in Lake County. We just saying, TC. Yeah, we bona fide and certified. Yeah, go to Lake Oasis. Yeah, Lake Oasis. Yeah, on 94. Yeah, do that. Hannibal, Stockton, California. Hannibal, I remember when Stockton, California residents was selling their guns for food. Am I lying? I know I'm not lying on Stockton, California. We love you in the building. I remember that. Yeah, I've been all through California. And I do remember that people were trading in their weapons for food in Stockton. That's how bad it is in California. Shouts out to Hannibal in the building. Hannibal, make sure you subscribe, like, and share in the building. All the way to Pleasant Prairie, Wisconsin. That's right. You're not lying, TC. You're not lying. It stretches all the way to Pleasant Prairie. You are absolutely right. 94. 94 West. Hannibal, yeah. Yeah, Sacramento. Oh, man. It's crazy in Cali right now. I don't care if you're in Northern California or Southern California, Hannibal, it's bad. California is a beautiful state, and they have a lot of beautiful cities, but with the economic crisis and crime, it ain't looking too beautiful. I was in Santa Monica not too long ago, a couple of months ago, and Santa Monica looked like the hood. Yeah. I remember, what's that retirement town? Was it Bakersfield? Yeah. I was in Bakersfield, California. The retirement town. Yeah. It's cool out there, I want to get, I went to the library and everything and did some things, but you still got to have cash in your pocket. California has always been that way. People pay for the weather, not for the housing. They pay for the weather. Isn't that right, Hannibal? I don't care if you're in San Diego. I don't care if you're in LA. I don't care if you are in Agora Hills. I don't care if you're in Beverly Hills. Okay. I don't care if you are in Contra Costa County, which is Richmond, California. You can go up to Sacramento, California. You can take I-5 to Oakland, California. Yeah, smash up the likes. You pay for the weather. I'm just saying. Lake Forest Oasis. That's what I'm talking about. You know it exactly. Thank you for correcting me, TC. It is Lake Forest Oasis. I stand to be corrected on that. Yeah, not too far from Gurney. On Tollway I-94. That's right. You can see the Bears headquarters from the Oasis. Yes, you can. Yes, you can, TC. Scott, God bless Donald J. Trump with making peace with China today. Hey, Scott, we're coming back to you, Scott. We're going to get on that, Scott. I'm not saying I'm getting on you, Scott. But we're going to get on that, Scott. Hannibal, San Diego, that's what it is. Balboa Park in the building. Oh, University Avenue. Just love it. Hillcrest. Hey, if you haven't hit the like button, Hannibal, Hillcrest is in the building. Yeah, used to live in Hillcrest, San Diego, I-5, Balboa Park, University Avenue, Broadway Avenue. Yeah, y'all hit me up. Even catch the trolley to Lemon Grove or go further south to Tijuana. Let me get a shout out from you. Yeah, meaning a thumbs up, subscribe, like, and share. Oh, yeah, we traveled all over the place. Bakersfield is wild. Hey, Hannibal, Bakersfield wasn't that wild when I was there, like straight up. It was more of a retirement place in Bakersfield. 310 Watts, baby. Yeah. Watts, baby. Watts Towers in the 60s in the building. My first time in your stream, algorithm sent me here today. Haha. Hey, Scott, we appreciate you. And thank you for being here because you, Scott, you could have been somewhere else doing something else with someone else, but you decided to stop by to see what we had to say. Yeah, Chicago. And we're thankful for that. But we're going to move along to this program here, dealing with not only the selling of arms in Stockton, California for food. We're going to deal with Americans struggling to eat food. They got cut off SNAP benefits. Here in Chicago, they even have a SNAP block party. Yeah, they have a SNAP block party here in Chicago for the sake of support for people not getting food stamps anymore, being cut off food stamps, or has had their food stamp SNAP benefits reduced. But someone by the name of Elijah Muhammad told you to set up your own economic program back in the 1930s. Y'all need to stop playing, but y'all so smart. Yeah. And Donald Trump is so smart too because he talks about this ballroom that he's building. And according to him and Lindsey Graham at one point said that They were going to make hands over fists in the Strait of Hormuz, but then he had to cut back and say that the American people should foot the bill when Donald Trump said that outsider billionaires should pay for the project, not to mention the fact that they will not be using U.S. steel for this ballroom. They will be using foreign steel. Smash up the likes. So Donald Trump is going to charge the American people taxes for foreign steel. And he got a pool thing going, you all. Yeah, well, he's trying to redo the pool to the Capitol. You know where the Sphinx is at? Not the Sphinx, but the obelisk is at. You know, obelisks. Yeah, I took a picture when I was in DC, right there in front of that pool, the same place where Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. had his great speech at. Donald Trump wants to make that all blue. He's not concerned about the structure of what could happen with it. He wants it all blue so that it will reflect. But seeing that Washington, D.C. is a swampland, you really can't build like that. The hotter it gets, the worse it gets. And according to the reports, 19 million gallons of water is wasted at the pool of Washington, D.C. Donald Trump is not talking about reconstructing the thing. No. And not only that, he's talking about giving millions of dollars to his own pooler to do the job. A personal pooler. Just like the Pentagon and the United States under Donald Trump authority, the dictator, has given millions and millions of dollars to corporations that deal with his son. Yeah, y'all not hearing me right now. I know y'all not hearing me right now. Smash up the likes. We got in the building. Shouts out to editor in the building. Editor messing around. Shouts out to editor messing around in the building. No, we're going to get to that, Scott. We're coming to China, Scott. We got you, Scott. Shouts out to Scott in the building. Scott said that Donald J. Trump was making peace with China. We're going to get to that, Scott, because he was not making peace with China. Donald Trump was bowing down to China, Scott. We're going to get to that. Turn in your guns program, CPD ever did. Yeah, it wasn't a success because people are still killing one another in the streets in the city of Chicago, the big windy city, the city of gangsters with guns all day, not realizing that they're killing the soldiers for their own selves and their own upliftment for humanity. And I don't care if you're a black soldier. I don't care if you're a white soldier. I don't care if you're a Puerto Rican soldier. Whatever soldier you are in the crayon box against the conditions of Americans. You see, against the conditions of Americans, which we are in. I don't vote. I don't go for neither party, Republican nor Democrat. All of them are the same. That's just from my standpoint, but I respect whatever side of the fence that you are on. I would have to respect it because that's your opinion. Just like I have my opinion. Sometimes people have more leverage to stand on. But either way, I respect you. Like I respect your religion, your creed, your color, your race, whatever. We don't do that on this channel. We respect everybody. McDonough in the building. Charlotte in the building. Shouts out to you all. The original ballroom was 300 million. Oh, but now, not according to Lindsay. Not according to Lindsay. They want to make it 400 million. Yeah, we all on the hook, just like the taxpayers are all on the hook for the tariffs that Donald Trump has made against other countries, like $166 billion. Is it billions or is it millions? $166 million that taxpayers are going to be responsible for in regards to the illegal and unsanctioned and unconstitutional tariffs that Donald Trump has placed on countries. The American citizens are on the hook for that, just like American citizens are on the hook for this other scam that he's going under the skies of the 1974 Trade Act. Yeah, we caught up in that too. But let's make America great again. I think that Donald Trump's slogan should have been, let's make America broke again. Let's just break America, period. Let's just break America. That should have been his motto from the jump. Let's break America. Not make America great again, because America is going down the tubes. And all of you middle class workers and all of you bougie workers, who turn your nose up to blue collar workers, and all of those who were beneath you, now you're moving into their neighborhoods. I'm just saying. Thanks to Donald Trump, whom you voted for. That, whom you voted for. Isn't that something? Are the chickens coming home to roost right now? Yeah, I'm not going to get suspended or anything. I'm not going to get suspended or anything. Are the chickens coming home to roost right now? Do white Americans feel the punch of Donald Trump, whether it be energy-wise, hospital-wise, car repair-wise, inflation, food, gas? Hey, speaking of gas is like $104 a barrel right now. That's yesterday's report. I don't think it could have changed in that much of a time. But it's $104 a barrel. And Donald Trump says that he's not concerned about American citizens' financial situation. What should that tell you about Donald Trump? What should that tell you about yourself? Yeah, because many people are reflecting upon the decisions that they made. Even Republicans right now are slowly siding with Democrats in regards to the impeachment of Donald Trump. They are slowly going over to that side. But Donald Trump know he's finished. He know that. Regardless to how he's trying to make this ballroom and the swimming pool and the arches and the statues, and even wanted a Navy fleet named after him. He's going down as the worst president of the United States of America. Is Donald Trump worse than George Washington? Is Donald Trump worse than Andrew Jackson? Now, mind you, the two presidents that I just mentioned had slaves, and they were for slavery. I think that Donald Trump is in the same mindset because Donald Trump, under his regime, under his administration, would like to place black people back in chains. Oh, he has made that clear. And if you all can't figure that out, you need to be on a slow bus, the short yellow bus with the helmet on. Yeah, with your fingers in your nose. Yeah. This is a crazy world out here, and Donald Trump is propagating racism on a stronger platform than many presidents have done in the past. He has even gutted, with the help of the Supreme Court, gutted civil rights, voting rights. That's how bad this man is. And all of you people that's in the Black Caucus, you all are a joke. You all are a joke to white America. You say that you're Congress members or the Black Caucus and you have all of this power and juice, but you ain't had no effect on the devastation of policies that Donald Trump has introduced and signed as executive orders. You don't have no power. Black people in America think that their power, that their voting is going to make a difference. You all need to wake up. Donald Trump has already told you what time it was. Who we got in the chat room? From the first visit. Shouts out to Charlotte in the building. Meg Dunham, shouts out to you. Shouts out to Scott. Scott, we're getting to your point. Obama did what now? What about your Black Messiah? Oh, I got questions in the building. Oh, we're going to love this tonight. Okay, let me start from here, you all. I'm going through the chat. And I'm caught all the way up until everyone feeling the impact. And that is from Kimberly Hosmer. Shouts out to Kimberly Hosmer in the building. Kimberly, if you're still out there, I did not forget about you. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share, just as I ask all of you out there to like, subscribe, and share, and we will do the same for you. Fair exchange is not a robbery, okay? Yeah, but catching up on these comments in the chat room. Everyone is feeling the impact. Yes, we are, Kimberly. Trump doesn't change the price of gas. Backpack, I disagree with you on that. Since that the Strait of Hormuz the blockade of the Strait of Hormuz, which is illegal with NATO, Donald Trump is committing war crimes, is causing a global manipulation or causing a global restabilization. That's what he's doing right now, even though it's illegal. Donald Trump isn't worried about anyone's financial situation except his own and maybe just maybe his family's. I agree with you, Kimberly. Trump is a gangster. Yes, Scott, Trump is a gangster, but he's not a smart gangster, Scott. You can be a gangster and not be a smart gangster, which means that your demise will come soon after you discourage your bowl of courage with gangsterism. Backpack. No, they aren't. Trump war on Iran changed the prices. Yes, I agree with you, Hannibal. Keep chipping outlier. Okay, they need to hurry the assets up. Congress needs to get rid of him as soon as possible. I agree with you, Kimberly, brother. Tell that to the FBA. Who we got? IPA out there. Shouts out to IPA in the building. I'm just getting down to you, IPA. I'm just getting down to you, IPA. So if you're still out in the building, make sure that you smash, subscribe, like, and share. Trump is making Confederacy cool again. Yes, he is, Hannibal. And this is why America is falling. America is falling because of racism. Now, you all think that it's just a war that's over the, can I call it a war, seeing that Congress hasn't really sanctioned what he's doing? He's just doing what he's doing as a dictator with 2/3, with most of the Senate behind him, and it takes 2/3 of the Senate to change things. It takes 2/3 of the Senate to impeach him. Did you all know that? Now, what's 2/3 of the Senate? How many senators? We got 100 of them. I think it's 2 senates from every state. I'm just saying. If I remember correctly, I can be wrong. 2 senators from each state, and they need 2/3 of a Senate to impeach him, but the Democrats can't impose the impeachment. But right now, the Democrats have drug him through the mud right now because they want impeachment right now. You even have mental health experts that says Donald Trump is going crazy. He can't make his decisions right. He's making irrational decisions for the country. Oh, we're going to get to J. Bing, Scott, G. Ping, China, Scott, China. I ain't forgot about you, Scott. Yeah, you got me all miscombobulated right now. But I remember you, Scott. We're coming up. Yeah, they dragged Donald Trump. And if you don't think that Donald Trump needs to be impeached, I will have to question your intelligence as a human being. I will have to question your intelligence as a human being if you, as an American citizen, whether you voted or not, do not think that Donald Trump should be out of office. I just don't see where your mind is at. Yeah. Even Netanyahu. Yeah, the Netanyahu dude. Even Netanyahu of Israel is concerned about the decisions that the Trump regime will make with Iran in regards to how it all got started anyway. When Netanyahu, you see, because we don't really hear nothing about Netanyahu again unless he missiling or destroying somebody else parts of town, okay, of the region of the area. But you don't hear about Netanyahu and Israel shooting missiles against Iran. You don't hear that no more. Why is that? You do not hear about Netanyahu firing any more missiles at Iran. It's all about the U.S. now. Even though Netanyahu dragged the U.S. in this mess. Because the Israelites, they fund the United States in regards to members seeking favoritism. But the United States also give Israel money. But Israel don't need the United States because Israel has their own army, has their own navy, whatever they got. They didn't need the U.S. to get into it at all. But it was all about evil, greed, and deception, not only on the Jewish people that's in Iran, but for the U.S. citizens that's in here in America. We both got deceived by two tricksters, by two demonic, evil people in politics over the last decade. Isn't that what Donald Trump said about Barack Obama? Said that he is the most demonic American political figure in the last decade. No, we say that it is you, Donald Trump, you and your sidekick Netanyahu, whom your Republican members get campaign money from, or under the table money, or some type of funds going on. You want to send money to all of these other countries, but yet the American citizens of this country are broke, homeless, and out of doors, can barely afford food, but yet we are sending billions over to Israel. It's just not under the Donald Trump regime. It was under the Joe Biden regime. It was under the Barack Obama regime. It was under the Bush regime. You know, it just ain't started. No, it is just not started. But it's going to end right here. It's going to end right here with either Donald Trump blowing Iran off the face of the earth like he said he would, or he's going to be a failure like he is. He's failing right now. And let's get on to Scott right now in the chat room, because I know you've been waiting for this. Donald Trump is a failure in China. Did you know that Xi Jinping did not even greet him at the airport when he flew in? Huh? Trump making Confederacy cool again. Yeah, I want to try to get back in the room here. If Nixon, Ford, Reagan, or both Bushes had been convicted of 34 felonies, would y'all have voted for them? But you gave them a Trump pass. They would never have voted for them, TC. Racism isn't real. Huh? Did y'all just hit? Wait. You just threw a monkey wrench in the program. Backpack said that racism isn't real. It's a concept of the devil. Call it what it is. Hate. Well, who's promoting the hate? Isn't Donald Trump promoting the hate? I'm just saying, backpack. Isn't the president of the United States promoting hate? Not only is President Donald Trump promoting slavery again, he's promoting white on white violence. You all don't think those Iranians over there are Caucasian people? That's a whole nother lesson. I hope you all caught that. Hate separates us from each other. Believing in racism separates us from God. And we're one race created in his image. Hey, backpack. I agree with you on that. But Donald Trump don't agree with you on that, backpack. Donald Trump does not agree with you on that, backpack. Donald Trump, one nation, one race. Yeah. Likes up in the building, you all. If this is your first time chiming in, Donald Trump is for one race, one nation. Like, share, subscribe, and hype. And I will do the same for your channel if you support mine. Doesn't have nothing to do with democracy or Republican, because we're living in a republic system. We're not living in a democracy. And it is sad that many of you have been brainwashed into thinking that we're actually living in a democracy. We're living in a republic for which it stands. I'm just saying. No wonder this guy can't get removed, because you all got the rules wrong. You all got the definitions wrong. All of you voters out there. Yeah. You're the devil. Okay, backpack. I'm the devil, but I don't condone racism. I'm the devil, backpack, but I didn't remove DEI. I'm the devil, backpack, but I didn't remove all of those black historical figures that was in the Smithsonian backpack. Backpack, I did not remove the historical monuments of black people all over in Washington, D.C. that has fought for this country. I did not do that, backpack. I am not causing a black ruckus here saying black versus white. I am not doing that. I am not the number one terrorist in America. Backpack, the number one terrorist in America is the white man. And that's according to your own newspapers, New York Times, USA, CNN, Boston Globe. I'm just saying, Reuters. I'm just saying, you know, that's according to the own reports that white people own. And they say that white men are what? The domestic terrorists, the number one of this country. Smash up the likes. If this is your first time chiming in, smash, like, subscribe, share, and hype. I'm just saying. Race, okay, I passed that. MAGA. Man, we not, man, even the MAGA people. Who we got out there? Oh, Hannibal. Yeah, Hannibal. Even the MAGA people are tired of this joker. They're tired of this clown. Man, we're not concerned about the ages right now. This dude went over to China. Xi Jinping did not meet him at the airport. If you check on the newspaper, oh, we got more people. Oh my God, it's going down here in the chat room. Hey, if you all check on China Daily newspaper, China Daily, when Donald Trump arrived in the country, he's not on the front page with Xi Jinping. Huh? He's on the sidebar of the front page. Not even a picture of the man, because they don't respect him. And according to Wang Yi, who is the prime minister of China, said that we are not breaking NATO rules with you. We will stand on the side of NATO if your own country has not endorsed whatever you're doing, which is the blockade of Hormuz, which Donald Trump thinks he owns, or can manipulate the global market with this move, which is according to him, is supposed to be the greatest military maneuver ever in the country. Smash up the lights. You know that the man is wrong. You know that the man is lying. You know that the man is a crook. And you know that China is not going for that. You had the prime minister of Iran, Arakchi, with the prime minister Wang Li on the front page of the China Daily newspaper, not Donald Trump. Okay? No, Donald Trump bows down to China, and he needs China. But China, they get most of their oil resources from Iran, not America. Y'all need to smash up the likes here. Most of China, all of China, gets most of their oil resources from Iran. And they are on Iran's side. And Trump and all of his diplomats that was with him, Mark Rubio, that Hexet dude, they did not intimidate the Chinese people, okay? It was a failure. Just like Operation Sledgehammer is going to be a failure. Just like Operation Epic Fury was a failure. Just like Operation Project Freedom, which lasted maybe about a week, is going to be a failure. And it's going to cost the American people money. China has been forced to buy oil from us. Man, why don't you stop playing here, Master Link? Shouts out to Master Link in the building. Master Link, if you're still in the building, smash up the like button, subscribe, and share. And I'm going to tell you why. Master Link, there's no way possible that China has been forced to buy oil from the U.S. when the United States is in debt to China. Come on, y'all got to help me out here, man. I'm just not pulling this information out my backside. Shouts out to Midas Touch in the building. I'm just not pulling this information out my backside. Right? Japan, China, and the UK owns the U.S. debt. Did you know that? They're not forced to buy anything. The Strait of Hormuz is ran by the Iranians. Donald Trump really doesn't have no effect on that. In fact about it, the United States is looking so shameful right now and has lost this unsanctioned war that Donald Trump has pulled with his sidekick Netanyahu. The Americans are going broke. American people are going hungry. But according to your president who runs this country, said that he don't care about Americans' financial situations. Whew. Y'all better stop playing with me out there. I'm just saying. China and America have been doing business and need to. No. It's not called economics, Benjamin. Shouts out to Benjamin in the building. Benjamin, if you're still in the building, Make sure you smash up the like, subscribe, and share. We didn't forget about you. I'm just going through the comment section. Benjamin, they've been doing business for a long time. Yes, but America is still in the debt to China. Hey, man, look on your t-shirt. Look on your clothing. It's made where? It don't say made in USA. It says made where? In Taiwan. In China. Y'all need to stop playing with me out there. Trump glaziers triggered. The best presidents were never considered so during their presidency. H.D. Jones. H.D. Jones, we hope that you're still out there because there has never been a great president of America. I'm just keeping it a buck. Maybe to white people, maybe to Caucasian people, there has been a great president of America. But there's only one that stands out to my mind. Only one. And he was forced to do it. And that's Abraham Lincoln. Not that he wanted to free the slaves, but he was forced to do it. Smash up the lights. And he was a Republican. A Republican freed the slaves, and the Democrats created the Ku Klux Klan to keep the slaves in check after they were free. Because you all must remember that the Ku Klux Klan was created after the Emancipation Proclamation. Legitimately. Because all of them is Ku Klux Klans. I'm just saying. That's 100. Smash up the likes, you all. All of them Ku Klux Klans. Republicans or Democrats. Now, if they really wanted to push things, right, just like they pushed that black Senate out of his seat, well, they didn't push him out, but Donald Trump made him look like a buffoon that's out there in Kentucky. That's what they're doing to the Black Caucus right now. Man, why would I respect my president here? Is that Rona? Rona Peterson. Rona Peterson out there says that we should respect Donald Trump. Rona Peterson, we want to send a shout out to you now. We appreciate you for being here. However, Rona, we will have to disagree with you on that. We do not have to respect Donald Trump because Donald Trump does not respect American citizens. And I don't care if you are a black citizen, a white citizen, meaning Caucasian, Puerto Rican citizens, Chinese citizens, Guatemalan citizens. Donald Trump don't respect nobody except his billionaire friends and his family, because that's where the money's going to. We're not getting nothing back. In fact, he's asking for more money, despite the fact that he said that we won the war, that they don't have no more Air Force, they don't have no more Navy. Their town is in crumbles, but the CIA made a leak and said that Donald Trump is lying because they got plenty arsenal left. Don't argue with me, argue with the reports now. Don't argue with me, argue with the reports. Because that's what the man said. In fact about it, when Donald Trump went to China, Xi Jinping And the Prime Minister, Wang Yi, chose Iran over Donald Trump. It's just that simple. I have never seen a president since I've been alive that has made war with other countries and has told the American citizens that the war was over. You know, we knew when Vietnam was over. We knew when the Persian Gulf War was over. Shouts out to Camp Phoenix in the building. This guy's a liar. And if you all continue, you MAGA fans, just from the standpoint of the record of which we're seeing, just from the record of which we are seeing, witnessing, and living, Donald Trump is one of the worst presidents of the United States of America in current time. In current time. Within the last 100 years. Now, there have been some governors out there that has been worse than President Trump. Yeah, like that governor of Alabama, he was worse than Trump. But if he was alive, that George Wallace dude, I think that him and Trump would have been best friends. Sad but true. And under the leadership of Donald Trump, who is continuously supporting racism, bigotry, and hatred of all people that don't look like him. And mind you, he's from the German stock. He's not even American. But I guess none of us is really American except for the people that were here. And many of them, according to Christopher Columbus, was black people. That's not even up for debate. That's not even up for debate. So you all can stop that. Yeah, China is agreeing with Iran. They are not backing Donald Trump. Donald Trump can't find no friend. I'm going to say that again. Donald Trump cannot find one friend that will help him with the Strait of Hormuz. And you know why? Because he's the beast in human form, going against the U.S. Constitution and going against NATO and international laws. This guy's a war criminal. He's a war criminal. And you all choose to fund him. You all choose to back him. You all choose to support him. How much money will Congress give him? You got even Donald Trump's son asking $400 million from the Pentagon when he just got another contract for millions of dollars. I want y'all to smash up the likes on that. Y'all didn't hear me though. Y'all didn't hear me though. No wonder people out here got road rage. Have you all seen the increase of road rage since this man has been in office again? We all know that some demonic sacrificial rituals is going on in here. Okay? You know, just like we know that he is a key figure in those Epstein files. We know that too. But that's something that the DOJ under his authority is not releasing. And that's sad because he has a lot to hide. When you go to court here in Chicago on 26th in California, Cook County, court, the district attorney, which is under the leadership of the DOJ of the country, because they got to follow rules and laws, right? When you go to 26th in California over there, the prosecutor brings up all of your wrongdoings, all of the crimes that you committed, unless your crimes are sealed as a minor. But they bring up everything that you did despite you changing your life. And in this case, the DOJ that is ran by Donald Trump and his devious regime will not tell you, or they've already told you, that there will be no justice in the case. When the Department of Justice tells you that there will be no justice in the case of the Epstein files, get on the slow bus, okay? Just get on the slow bus. What we got out here? I got a lot of things to say here. Damn, people went in. Tell me how Democrats respect tradition, though. Stop running from it. Shouts out to H.D. Jones. Kurt Pratt. You have to know that is Donald Trump's wife was in the picture on the island. Did he really marry a teenager? We already know that Melania, Kurt Pratt, came from Epstein Island. We know that she was, the so-called famous model, but she moved into some other fields, a high-class call girl. Yeah, she was on that island. We know about that. Shouts out to King Warjay. We got UFOs to worry about that, Scott. We're going to get back to that, Scott. Dems are traditional now. Kurt Pratt is going to be pretty hard to stop telling the truth. It's hard telling the truth right now. People don't want to hear the truth. People would rather hear a good lie than the solid truth. Donald Trump lied so much to the American people that even his gold phone that he scammed American citizens out of, you can't even get your money back. I'm just saying now, Mr. Scammer himself, scamming you with the phone, scamming you with the gold card, scamming you with the economy, everything. Everything, and it's for all people. But there are certain things that he made executive orders for that was specifically for black people. Just like Hegseth, the Secretary of War, got rid of those generals. Either they were black, and he didn't promote them either because they were black, brown. I'm just saying. And they wasn't with the program. All of these generals been fired in the middle of what Donald Trump calls a war, which is actually unsanctioned. But Donald Trump is going for a World War III, and he just might get it. Y'all need to be prepared out there. People are under constant strain, not just here in America, but all around the world. Think about what they're living like in Spain. Think about what they're living like in Africa. Think about what they're living like in England, France, even Canada. All because of this Donald Trump stupid, unsanctioned move. Yeah, blocking the Strait of Hormuz. It's not his or her moves. In fact about it, they don't own nothing, but they got us paying for everything. I hope y'all heard me there. They got us paying for everything, but they don't own nothing. Let me ask you a question. The reason that I say that they don't own it, I don't care what school of thought you from, religiously or spiritually, we know that there is someone higher than the rulers of the Caucasians of this earth. We know that. But they were given power some type of way. Yeah, they just shut me off. I ain't gonna go there, you all. I'm not gonna go there. I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna leave that alone. Have you seen how the House Oversight Committee has been drilling the Trump administration? Even Kash Patel with his drinking and lying to Congress. Yeah, that's what Senator Van Hollen went in on him about. He had so many Democrats going in on him, he could not answer the question, and he was sounding like just like every other Trump cabinet member, siding over to another conversation that ain't got nothing to do with the conversation or question at hand. Mr. Kash Patel, come on, people, let's jump on the oil option. Let's make money. How can you make money, Kurt, when Donald Trump has cuffed all the money? All the money that he got and all of the oil that he got from Venezuela. I'm just saying, spouting hatred on this channel. Okay, Carolyn, we thank you for being here. Calls, inputs, you should learn how to trade stock options. Why should I want to learn how to trade stock options? I know about the NASDAQ, okay? Kurt Pratt. And it seems to me that the stock market is crashing. Why would I want to invest in it when it's crashing? Does Donald Trump and his crew, his regime, have some inside sources? Like, what was her name? Martha Stewart did? Y'all got some intel like Martha Stewart, let me know. Smash up the likes, you all. Bannon said, when Democrats take power, when the Democrats do take power, a lot of people should go to jail. They should rightfully so go to jail. Wouldn't you want them to go to jail? Wouldn't you want people who have committed war crimes, sexual crimes, treason against this country? Would you not want them to go to jail? I do. Especially me, seeing that I'm a veteran. I've served this country. Donald Trump has never served the country. Donald Trump has never been to the Army, Navy, Marines, Air Force, Coast Guard, or reserves. He's a 34-time felon, and I can't believe that people still follow this man under his leadership. That means that their intelligence is questionable, or they are criminal-minded just like he is, and a racist, may I add. Seeing that he is the helm of the new racism era in this country, saying that he's president, and he is promoting racism. He is promoting people of color in chains. He is promoting Jim Crow laws again. Smash up the likes, but you all still follow him. And for all of you MAGA people that's out there, you all need to get you some friends that is not MAGA supporters. Don't say I didn't tell you now. You know how people say, man, damn, he told me that. And they get screwed up and everything mentally because they told you? Yeah. I can't wait for these corrupt folks to be held accountable. Shouts out to Hannibal again. You need to get on board because we know the Caucasian ain't the one running the show. Kurt Pratt. Did y'all hear what Kurt Pratt said in the building? I had to go back to that. I'm glad I read that. Kurt Pratt said that Caucasians are not running the show. Well, who's running the show? Kurt Pratt. It ain't black people. It ain't Chinese people. Not here in America. It's Caucasian evil people who is running America. Why do you think Prince Charles came over here to check Donald Trump? I'm just saying, huh? Why do you think King Charles came over here to check Donald Trump? Oh, yeah. Get on board with the stupidity. Get on board with the MAGA brainwashing. Get on board with the American voting illiteracy. No, I don't think so. You can keep that to yourself. Yeah, keep that to yourself. Sorry about that, you all. Got a question here. Why we still got homeless but fighting a war half of us can't even go to? King War J. Shouts out to King War J in the building. I don't know. I just think that the United States is failing as a country, failing in this Iran rendezvous that they having. Not only seeing that they need more money, but they're running out of artillery. The American economy is going to nothing. People getting evicted, can't pay their bills. Car prices are out the roof. Health insurance is out the roof. Car insurance is out the roof. Come on, man. Under whose leadership? Donald Trump, but yet he says that America is doing great. Y'all better stop playing with me. I'm just saying. And by the way, you all, if you haven't checked out the last 30 upload videos on this channel, make sure you do so. Yeah, just listen to the message. Don't listen to the messenger. Listen to the message. And check out those great videos that we have for you behind the message. On this channel, video uploads. And if you haven't been to my other channel, MOPOWERZ, here on YOUTUBE, make sure you go to that channel and check out the audiobook series that we've left for you and the travel experiences that we have left for you, along with the other, in total, over 900 videos for you on that channel, MOPOWERZ, over 900 videos. And I got over 2,300 videos on this channel, and I still got under 10,000 subscribers. Y'all tell me the game ain't rigged. Y'all tell me the game ain't rigged. If you are into hip hop, old school, R&B, spoken word, hip hop, gangster rap, comedy, Chicago street clips, go to my last channel. THEMOSHOW Classics, all one word, no space, here on YOUTUBE. And you can find the Chicago greats like Twista, Dion Cole, Diane Porter, Reggie Reg, Official Business, The Nomads, Shari, Daryl Banks, Official Business, Mecca, Big Taz, Lunatic the Messiah. Get yourself over there. We got a lot of people. Twista, Shauna, Do or Die, Crucial Conflict. Yeah. THEMOSHOW Classics, are one word. No space here on YOUTUBE. That's my last channel. Let's see what's in the chat here. Got a question. Okay, we already answered that. King Warjay. He didn't, so this cronies can make millions. Yeah, we already spoke about that. Let's talk about indigenous blacks. Oh, Dark Nine in the building. We are the indigenous blacks to this country. Screw the, the FBA is right. Black people are the original people of this country, just like Christopher Columbus, mentioned that. Already said that. And they make this system, this white supremacist system, this Aryan culture, disconnected black people from this continent so that they can't get nothing. They thought about this years before, okay? See, we are so far behind. They 50, 60 years ahead in their planning. Yeah. Black people are the real indigenous people to this continent and not the red $5 Indians that they paid for. I'm just saying. You know how what they say, the Indians sold, how the Native Americans sold the state of New York, the island of New York, for trinkets. They took everything. And they changed the history. He who conquers write the history. And we as Americans living under this Republican system has been not only brainwashed, controlled, but taken over by political figures who lie to you, who scam you, who make you believe that north is south and south is north. The same system that makes you believe that we are all different people, but we all bleed red blood. Y'all stop playing with me. It's your host with the most, Emma, on THEMOSHOW Chicago. And on your way out the door, make sure you smash the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell and the word all to help ensure that you get notifications when we upload videos here on YOUTUBE. And also press the condiments, the like and the share. Share the information with relatives, friends, co-workers, anyone that you come into contact with. It is a magnificent way to jumpstart your conversation. Thanks for viewing, you all. Peace out. Never ever give up on your dreams. I thank you all for being here. That's my time. See you tomorrow.